What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another collaboration beer. This time between Trapp Brewing, and they are out of Stowe, Vermont, and the Narragansett Brewing Company, and they're out of Providence, Rhode Island, and this is their Stowe Style Festbier. So this is a Festbier-style Oktoberfest that they also describe as a hoppy Wiesn Lager. It comes in at 5.8% alcohol by volume, 35 IBUs at the time of review. I don't know exactly how old this can is, but it does have a best by date of January 14th of 2024, and we're just over 3 months away from that date, so this should be quite fresh. Now, I had to pick this one up. Collaboration between Trapp and Narragansett. It's a Festbier, and this is what they said is a unique take on the Festbier style. They said, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember the exact description, but they basically said they're taking like the lightness of a pale lager and combining it with the aromatics of a noble hop. So I don't know if this is going to be like a little bit more of a hop-forward Festbier. It seems to be the case. We will see, but an interesting collaboration. When I saw them release this, I was like, I got to grab it and give it a go. And here we are. So I'm going to crack this one open, get it into the glass, and see what we got going on. I've really enjoyed Trapp's beers that I've reviewed over the past couple years. And then Narragansett Lager, one of my favorite, like, you know, regional crushable, cheaper lagers. And now they make some other good beers too. Ooh, that pour, not my best work. It happens though. Anyway, we'll throw this over here like that, and yeah. So did that look like a Festbier? Yes, it looks like a Festbier. It has that, you know, golden yellow. Well, I'd say more of like a yellow straw color. Maybe there's a gold. It's probably going to look a little bit more golden on camera in person. More of like a yellow straw color. Has, because I poured it like a 3-finger of this bright white soap sudsy looking head. Good carbonation, clarity through the roof. The whole 9 for a Festbier. Yeah, it looks appropriate. Let's get a nose. So when they say hoppy Wiesn Lager, to me, I mean, pretty sure Wiesn just means like festival, and in this case, Oktoberfest. So that's a hoppy Oktoberfest lager, which is kind of like a Festbier is a little bit more, it has a little bit more hop character, a little bit more hop forward than a Märzen. But I don't know if they were trying to go like the extra mile and say, okay, it's almost like a Festbier into like an IPL or like a dry hop lager or something, you know, where you're going to get more substantial hop character. I don't know. I don't know what exactly they're going for. But I wouldn't say this necessarily has a big hoppy nose. I mean, it has that slightly toasted, you know, white bread kind of component to the base malt. Maybe a little bit of like a biscuity malt character as well. And then, yeah, it just has like this nice herbaceous, slightly spicy and grassy hop note. Maybe it is a little bit more pronounced than your typical Festbier. That lager funk is there as well. Yeah, I mean, as I smell on it, the balance is there. I get, you know, the sweet malts mixed in with the hop character, and it kind of just smells like a really well-made Festbier. Slight orchard fruit, like an apple or a pear. Yeah, not much more to say about it. It smells pretty good. Actually, making my mouth water. So let's get into it. Prost. Cheers, everyone. Really nice. Ooh, I really like that. So maybe this is where the hoppy part's coming in. The finish, while it doesn't have like a big bitterness that you could get from the hop portion, it has a definite hop flavor. And that hop flavor, it was like almost like a rye bread spiciness, like this herbaceous spice on the finish. Yeah, I dig that a lot. Wow. So it's like, we'll talk about it more. Let's just go body mouthfeel to get that out of the way. But I'm just, my brain's trying to decipher what I'm drinking right now, and I'm struggling. Buying this is like medium body, a little bit bigger than I anticipated, 5.8%. It's fine. Maybe a touch higher than I thought, but really works well here. The mouthfeel, it's crisp, it's clean. You know, there's a nice effervescent kind of, you know, I would say carbonation, but the beer itself has just like a nice effervescent overall feeling to it. But it is smooth on the palate. Forefront. Again, that toasted white bread, toasted biscuit, a little bit of honey passes through. That's where the orchard fruit hits, and again, more like a apple or a pear. It's a little bit of a lemon kind of quality as well. A slight detection of sulfur, that like lager funk that you get sometimes, very slight, minute, but there. And that's the first half, first 2/3 of the palate. The finish is where this beer really shines for me personally, because that biscuit and that white bread, it kind of turns into like rye bread on the finish for me. It has this spicy, almost rye bread kind of finish. It's slightly herbaceous, slightly grassy, but it really does wonders for me specifically in this beer. It finishes semi to full on dry. Mild to moderate bitterness, smack dab in the middle. So it's pretty well balanced overall with all the sweet malts up front, and then you get, you know, a light to moderate bitterness and a pretty dry finish. But I just like that hop character on the finish. 5.8%, you can tell it's a little bit bigger as far as a lager goes because the body, I think, really is the first indication. It doesn't drink like light and watery, like sometimes you get a 4.5%, 5% lager, and you're like, yeah, I can tell that's sub 5%. You know, most Festbiers and Märzens are, you know, typically anywhere between like 5 to like 6.5%, depending on what they're going for. This being 5.8 is great. I'm really digging this one. Like it's working extremely well for what I want out of this beer. I think that finish, here's the thing, I wanted to say that the finish of the beer saves it, but that would indicate that like the beer I wasn't digging. That's why I wouldn't say it saves it. It enhances it though, because the beer, without that finish, I'm thinking this is like a high 3.75, like maybe a 3.8, 3.85, maybe even a low 4. But that finish really kicks it up a notch. I just love that finish. I don't know how many times I can say that. So yeah, this goes from like, I'd say like a 3.85, maybe 3.9. I'm going to jump this up. Probably, a little bit over a quarter, like right around a quarter point. I think I'm going to do that. So Von Trapp, Narragansett, their Stowe Style Festbier, the 2023 release. Absolutely no issues whatsoever giving this beer right here a low 4.25 and go 4.15. That finish jumped it up from a 4.85, a 4.9 to a 4.15. That's how good the finish is. Like, I cannot stress enough how much I like this finish. And again, as somebody who loves rye bread in general and anything rye, and I've always said, I'm beating the drum, more rye beers, rye IPAs, rye beers in general. I'm not saying that this tastes exactly like rye bread, but the spiciness and kind of just the feel I get in rye beers, this kind of translates to what I'm tasting in here. And I just like that spicy herbaceousness. Yeah, 4.15, really good. And I'm going to drink the shit out of that off camera. Price point and availability. I paid, I don't remember exactly for the can, but it was $14.99 4-pack, so I probably paid like, you know, maybe $3.79 for that can. It's a collaboration. It's a little bit of more hoppy Festbier-style lager, or Festbier-style Oktoberfest. I'm fine with it. Might be a little pricey for some out there, but I'm fine. Would I rather see this at like $2.53 a can? Sure, but everything's crazy expensive nowadays. So $3.79 for that can is not bad, and $15 for a 4-pack. I would happily pay that again based on the quality and the availability. Probably in the New England area and probably Mid-Atlantic, wherever Von Trapp gets a distro, you probably should have seen this one. Maybe wherever Narragansett gets a distro, you may have seen this one. I don't know. But if you saw it and you picked it up and you drank it, post in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it, because this is one of the better fest beers I've had. Yeah, I just really dig it. It's just good. It's just good. Plain and simple. It's a good beer. And now the Jack's having that Weihen stuff on it was definitely much different than this one. And I like them both like kind of in the same ballpark. I think the Jack's Abbey and Weihen Stefaner, I think, was better for the style, but this is, I don't know how to, this is definitely in the same ballpark, and I like the uniqueness out of this with that kind of spicy herbaceous finish. So anyway, that does it for another Oktoberfest review on the channel. I think I have a couple more, and then we're going to call it quits on Oktoberfest for the year, but I'm really enjoying it, and I'm glad I was able to try this one. So appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers. Or should I say, Prost.